People of you, hey, my name's Sunny, aka Quackton. You know what we're here to do. We got the Shadow Dragons. I mean, something okay, no, I just didn't see it. I was gonna say something I immediately noticed that they didn't do was put his domain up, but yeah, no, it's here. We got Haze, Rage, Oceanus, Nuova, Naturon, Eis, and Sin. All the Shadow Dragons are here. If they tweet the EZA details while I'm fucking recording, I might lose my mind, but I also I'll cover those in this. Okay, so let's start with Haze. He leads AGL for 3 key and 170%. His super attack, Dragon Quake, 100% attack and 30% defense for 1 turn. Spring damage, seal super attack. His passive basic effects are 2 key, 222% to stats, 22% damage reduction, and his attacks are effective against all types. At the start of each turn, all enemies get their stats lowered by 2% up to 22%. And per ally whose name includes Shenron on the team, 45% attack and defense up to 222%, and up to an additional 22% damage reduction, 5 per. When he attacks with 12 or more key, 222% attack. When he receives an attack, 222% defense. Starting from the second turn, so on his second turn, he creates the domain Poison Lake for 3 turns. And while that domain is active, he launches an additional attack with a 70% chance for it to be a super. He's a scouter, and all enemies get their attack and defense lowered by 22%. His links: Coward, More Than Meets the Eye, GT, Brainiacs, Nightmare, Shadow Dragon, Shadowing the Limit. And he's only on Shadow Dragon Saga and GT bosses. Clocktown, would you be a deer and pipe down just a little bit for me? That'll do it. Okay. I think I actually just turned it down 2 and then up 2, so it's the same, but whatever. And Poison Lake is just extreme class, nullify, guaranteed hit, and can dodge, so that's nice. Rage leads int, is int. They lead the type that they are unless you're Sin. Dragon Thunder, raise attack for 4 turns, great chance of further raise. Okay, so 30%. It wouldn't be further, it'd just be greatly. Okay, 30% attack for 4 turns, 70% chance for 50% defense for 1 turn, supreme damage with a 50% chance to stun. Oh, wow. Basic effects: 5 key, 555% to stats. GT bosses, allies, 55% defense, self-excluded. Per ally whose name includes Shenron on the team, 55% attack up to 255, 7% damage reduction up to 35, and 7% crit chance up to 35. When facing 2 or more enemies, or when there's GT heroes or earth protecting heroes. Okay, sorry. My recording stopped because I ran out of storage. So where I was, when facing 2 more enemies, or there's GT heroes or earth protecting heroes enemy, he guards and he's launching an additional super attack. When receiving an attack from an enemy whose HP is 55% or above, once he gets 555% defense. He gets 155% defense, and that enemy's attack and defense goes down by 20% for 2 turns. When the target enemy is in the following status and it's just their HP is 55% or less, he gets once attack 555% up, attack 155% up, and he interrupts that attacked enemy. He disables the next action. For 1 turn, he nullifies Key Blast super attacks. And starting from the second turn, he has a great chance of nullifying Key Blast super attacks. When he receives his Key Blast super attack, once he's immune to negative status effects for 4 turns, and permanently he gets 150% attack. He has Tough as Nails, Transform, GT, Shadow Dragon's Nightmare, Fear, Faith, and Shattering the Limit, and he's on Shadow Dragon Saga and GT bosses. Okay. So, let me restart the music. Sorry. Oceanus leads Tech. Whirlwind Spin, 30% defense 1 turn. Supreme damage greatly lowers attack and defense. Basic effects: 3 key, 266% attack and defense. Medium chance to stun all enemies. Randomly changes key spheres for certain type that is not tech to rainbow. Shadow Dragon Sagas get 66% to their attack. For every key sphere obtained, she gets 66% attack, plus an additional 6% attack when attacking. And then And that's per Shadow Dragon Saga Extreme Class ally in the same turn, other than herself. When she attacks with 12 or more ki, 266% to attack and defense. Per ally whose name includes Shenron on the team, 14% chance to dodge, up to 66, and up to 5 additional attacks with medium chance, 30% chance to be a super attack. When the target enemy is attack, lower, defense, lower, stun, or seal, she gets 16% damage reduction. And after performing 6 or more super attacks in battle, attacks are effective against all types, and she gets 66% defense. Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, Cold Judgment, Shadow Dragons, Speedy Retribution, GT, Shattering the Limit, Shadow Dragon Saga, Peppy Gals, GT bosses. Nuova Shenron is AGL. Great lures 50% defense 4 turns, being damage to enemy. Basic effects 244% stats. Extreme class Shadow Dragon Saga category allies get 4 ki, 50% chance to crit. For every type keystone obtained, 136% attack up to 544% when attacking, and 61% defense up to 244% when attacking, and also 11% damage reduction up to 44% as well. With 3 or more type keysters obtained, he has a 70% chance to launch an additional super attack. With 4 or more, he launches another additional super attack. For every super attack performed within the turn, he gets 10% crit chance for 3 turns. For every ally whose name includes Shenron on the team, he gets 50% attack up to 244, and defense lowers enemy defense by 9% up to 44%. When one of those allies in the same turn, he changes key series for a certain type that isn't AGL to AGL, and then he has a high chance of launching an additional super attack when there's an enemy whose names include Goku, Youth, Captain Jinyu, Junior, etc. exclusive, or when did I say Jinyu? Or when facing only one enemy. Links, Shocking Speed, Gentleman, Cold Judgment, GT, Shadow Dragons, Speed Retribution, Shattering the Limit, Shadow Dragon Saga, GT Bosses, Accelerated Battle. Naturon Shenron. Fizz, Dragon Tackle, 100% attack for 1 turn, spring damage to enemy, raises ally chance of performing a critical hit by 7% for 2 turns. I don't know why that's there twice. Okay, so his basic effects, 277% stats, lowers enemy defense by 77%, 7% damage reduction, additional ki plus 2 per rainbow key sphere obtained, and an additional 50% chance for it to be super. For every rainbow key sphere obtained, he gets another 7% damage reduction rate. What do we see? Sorry. When he receives an attack, he has 277% defense. When it attacks with 12 or more ki, he gets 277% attack. For every attack received, I imagine these are permanent. He gets 1 ki up to 40% attack up to 277%, and Shadow Dragon Saga Extreme Class allies get 1% attack up to 7%. When all allies are Shenrons, he guards. Per ally who is a Shenron, he gets 16% crit up to 77% and 56% defense up to 277%. With the GT Hero Giant 8 Power category enemy, he launches an additional super attack and seals that attacked enemy super attack for 2 turns. He has Brutal Beatdown, GT, Coward, Shadow Dragons, Nightmare, Brainiacs, and Shattering the Limit, Shadow Dragon Saga, and GT bosses. Ice. Icebreaker. He's STR. Raised attack and defense by 33% for 3 turns, supreme damage with 50% chance to stun. All allies' crit chance goes up by 7% for 3 turns. Basic effects, 233% attack, all enemies 33% defense down. Additional attack, 33% defense, 33% attack down for superclass enemies. For every Shenron, he gets 20% attack and defense up to 100, 7% damage reduction up to 35, and 33% when attacking up to 165. When attacking with 12 or more ki, he gets 333% attack and 133% defense. He gets 33% chance to dodge and disables guard. When receiving an attack from an enemy who was hit by the character's super attack, he gets 33% more dodge. When attacking with an SDR or Rainbow Key 3 obtained, he gets 133% attack, 73% defense, and attacks are effective against all types. When attacking with 3 more key series obtained, he gets the same stats, 133% attack, 73% defense, and he seals that attack enemy super attack. When the enemy is attack lower, defense lower, stun, or sealed, he gets 333% attack, and Shadow Dragon Saga allies get 33% attack for 2 turns, and he performs a critical hit. he has Shocking Speed, Brutal Beatdown, Coward, GT, Shadow Dragon's Nightmare, and Shattering the Limit. Sin, finally, this is the last guy. He leads GT bosses for no key, but 180% stats. That I hope that's a bug, because why would he not lead them for key? Okay. So a super attack, Dark Destructive Blast, stacks attack by 30%, supreme damage, and seal super attack. There's a 50% chance that he stacks attack by 50% instead, though. His passive skill, he has an intro with another 6 Shadow Dragon Saga extreme class characters on the team. Once he gets, for one turn, I guess, he gets guard and 770% attack at all enemies. I almost said enemies? Jeez Louise. I almost said enemies. Enemies attack and defense 40% down. Extreme class allies get 77% attack for 3 turns, self-excluded. Basic effects, 2 key, 288% attack and defense, 28% damage reduction, additional attack, 70% chance for it to be a super. For every key through routine, he gets 28% attack and defense and 4% chance to dodge. With another Shenron in the turn, his attacks are effective against all types. Per existing enemy, he gets 28% attack and additional attack with a 50% chance to be a super. For every attack performed, he gets 72% defense up to 288%. For every super attack performed, he gets 7% damage reduction up to 28 and 72% attack up to 288%. For every attack received or evaded, he gets 28% attack from the turn, and when receiving an attack, he gets 128% defense. His active skill, Dragon Thunder, can be activated when all allies attacking in the same turn are Extreme Class Shadow Dragon Saga, starting from turn 5 from his entry, or after performing 7 or more super attacks in battle. He raises attack by 100% temporarily, ultimate damage, guards, and directs he's a target for 1 turn. Okay. His links, Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, GT, Fear and Faith, Shadow Dragons, Shocking Speed, and Shattering the Limit. He has GT Bosses, Shadow Dragon Saga, Full Power, Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, Battle of Fate, and Transformation Boost. Let me double check on my phone real quick, because I don't want to pull up an extra tab. If they posted EZA details, it does not appear that they have. When they do, I'll probably make it, unless it's like at 3 in the morning while I'm sleeping, and I do have class tomorrow. So if it's tomorrow while I'm in class, or tonight while I'm sleeping, I'll make that video tomorrow when I get home, probably around, I don't know, like 4 o'clock my time. It's 8:47 p.m. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. If you want to do the conversion, everytimezone.com. But yeah, other than that, that is going to be it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.